Alright guys, welcome back. We got another new season of Alliance War. We're starting off on Path 3. We do two paths, Path 1 and Path 3. We've got a brand new Rank 3 Knull here is going to take on Venom here. The only issue I have to worry about is if Venom gets a armor up, and of course trying not to get hit in the face. That kind of sucks. Always in that first fight of the first war of the season. Don't want to have any shenanigans, but I've got a brand new Rank 3 7-star Knull. And the main thing here, just if he does gain an armor up, then I can take some damage unless I get rid of it, and Knull can easily get rid of the armor ups. So that's why I have him. He's also a global attacker. He will hopefully do a lot of work for me this season as long as he's not banned. I already know he was banned for War number 2. So we'll get use of him in this war because we won't get use of him in the second one. But very easy fight here without having to worry about the armor up. Next one is a global defender in Wiccan. We're going to go with a global attacker in Cassie. Cassie doesn't have any buffs, but there's still a chance to get that annoying like incinerate on you. So we're gonna try not to parry here, and I'm just gonna try and shrink down if I can. Wonderful resist there, but that's fine. I'm going to hit into his block and shrink down after like 4 hits. And it doesn't have a bar of power yet, so use that as an opening here to get those power stings on. If I knock him down with enough debuffs, I get the slow, so I don't have to worry about the unstoppable. I don't have any buffs, so I really don't have to worry about the unstoppable at all. It won't happen. The only thing I'm concerned about here is potentially taking the incinerates, because if you get a neutralize on you, even if you evade and you don't have, you can't get a buff, there's still a chance to get that. Like, I think you can still get the incinerates on you. So Cassie, though, does a great job here, piling on the power stings. Wiccan keeps throwing those specials, so we keep refreshing the power stings, and all of that is done. So reminder, again, I have 2 accounts in the same battle group, Path 1 and Path 3, plus some minis, and even some boss action occasionally. So on Path 1 here, we are actually going to go Angela with class disadvantage against Ebony Maw, but Angela is a global attacker and can parry non-contact attacks. So I can easily parry heavy Ebony Maw, and as long as you can keep knocking him down with those heavies, you don't have to worry about the falter that he can get when he gets up to like 20 charges. Every 20 charges, he's going to get that falter on you. Here, I'm actually going to intercept our special, our heavy counter his special 1. There we go. So I've been working on this where I get the nice timing there sometimes if I choose to use it. But here, he was already almost down. Can't remember if we go for here. Yeah, we should go for the heavy counter after that special 1. Another parry, another heavy, and he is absolutely wrecked. Next, we have a Prowler on Masochism, and I've got a rank 2 unduped Serpent, and this one also has Vigorous Assault. So my plan here is not to parry, okay? My plan is to take advantage of the power gain that I get there. Unfortunately, I don't know if that was a accidental parry, but did trigger the unblockable there because of the regen. I knew that my first special was going to potentially trigger that as well, but after that I have the True Sense on, so I can just counter his specials no problem. I can hit into the block and throw specials into the block, use the power gain node that like power gain buff that I get in order to keep spamming specials. And again, as long as I have that first special up, I have the True Sense. As long as I don't get hit. The only way that True Sense is going to disappear is if I get hit. And right there, I do get hit, which is annoying. So now I go to attack in and realize, oh, no, I don't have that True Sense again. Gotta throw another special. Throw the special, get the True Sense buff back up, and now I can continue to play smart here. Take advantage of my power gain buff that I get. Hit into the block. You do more damage with Serpent when you get the stun on a block break. So, again, even if I don't, that's fine. But that's my goal here. Get as much damage in and out damage the healing from the Vigorous Assault. So that should be fine. The big thing against against Prowler is countering his specials. He falters you because of the True Sense. I don't have to worry about it, so Serpent is an excellent counter for Prowler here. So not my best fight, but I still did pretty well here. Go again, just bait those special, like the special one. Get our special one off, and we are looking great. Only 2% left, and we finish with almost a full yellow bar. So very nice there. In phase 2, we're going to start off with a Zemo on the Never Back Down regen node. We're going to do this one with Viv. The annoying part about Zemo is because he has those cleanse charges, we can ignore those cleanse charges by phasing with Viv. As long as we end with a medium ending combo and we have a solar energy, we can continuously put on that passive heal block and be ready to phase again. So I'm just going to keep doing that. Build up to a special 2, get my special 2 off, try and get the 5 times solar burst if I can time it correctly. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, perfect timing. Now if I can get to a bar of power with Zemo below a bar of power, then I can throw some unblockable special 1s. So that's 1 and 2 and finish with a full yellow bar. Very clean fight. Next is Photon, and I'm going to do Photon with Viv. I have been getting better at fighting Photon in general. The main thing with Photon is that you can't evade her specials when she's in her light mode, and she's in her light mode when you knock her down above 10 of her charges. So right here, the goal is to try and make sure that we only knock her down when she is over 10 charges, but closer to 0 bars of power. That is my goal right now in this fight. So again, I can see I'm at 10 charges. I'm trying to bait out a special here. Alright, so I baited out and tried to go for the heavy. That didn't work. So I'm going to go ahead and, but we triggered the light mode, so that's fine. But now we just have to wait for it to end. So I'm going to go for the special 2. Unfortunately, it pauses her light mode there. She's over a bar of power, so it's not the greatest. So I'm just going to try and hold block. Takes a lot of block damage, but now we're back out of the light mode again. Bait that special 1 while we can, because it's we can still evade that because we're not in the light mode. So that's great. I can get off a couple special 1s. Not that won't. Yeah. And get a special 1 off of there, but don't want to push her to 2 bars of power, so bait out another one. Then I can throw my special 1 here. Again, she's at 9 charges, so I got to be careful at 10 charges. So I'm going to try and throw an unblockable special 1. My special 1 does not give her any power, which is really good. Puts her back in the light mode below a bar power, which is exactly what we want to see. There's a bit of regen, but that's fine because I can't get my passive heal block on right now. So now I can go ahead and bait another heavy attack. Make sure I get my medium, which puts on the passive heal block. Get off another special 1. And now we just need one more combo to finish the fight. So a little bit tricky, but Photon got us the solo. Now we have to fight Photon on node 21. This is section 2 of path 3. We're going to do this one with Knull. This fight is ridiculous because a global attacker takes 35% less damage based on how many debuffs you have. I'm going to end up with 99 bleeds on me because if you hit an opponent with an armor up, you are going to get bleeds. I am going to have 99 bleeds on me at one point, but because I have my Living Abyss on Viv, I'm not taking any of the bleed damage. Okay, so I wasn't sure how fast or slow Knull was going to get rid of all the armor ups because I'm doing these like parry heavies just to try and remove the armor ups with the Living Abyss, and they're going off very slow. So I didn't want to risk throwing a special because I know sometimes when I'm still not a Knull expert. I'm gonna throw that out there, but I know that in the past I've had it where I've lost all my debuffs, so I don't want to lose all my Living Abyss. I don't want to lose any of my armor they turn into armor breaks. I don't want to lose those. I don't want to lose my withers. So I want to make sure I just played the fight slow and figured, okay, I've got a zillion bleeds on me. I'm not taking a single bit of damage. I'm doing more than enough damage on my base attacks, even though I just took a heavy to the face. but I'm doing more than enough damage with my heavies and my base attacks, and I'm just going to finish off the fight that way. It was a little bit slow, but it was safe. And this was a fight that I would normally do with Corvus, even though Corvus is not a global attacker. The Corvus can get rid of all the armor ups. You use like a power back boost and you can nuke it in like 2 special 2s. But here I just had to find a nice way to play this one very, very, very safe. Okay, for me the goal is safe. If I can get solo the fight, it doesn't matter if I have to boost, if I have to use a war boost, whatever it is, we need the safest way to go through these fights and try and give our alliance the best chance at a win. Unfortunately, in this first one, we fell a little bit short, and that happens. It was a close war, and we just got outgunned. But that's fine. That happens. That's the way things work. There, I throw a special at the end just to finish off the fight. Very happy with that Knull for Viv fight. Next, we have a future Ant-Man. If you've watched my war videos in the past, you know when I see future Ant-Man, the goal is just to throw a Magneto at him. Gonna back off at the beginning of the fight. Make sure that red magnetism buff or debuff is on future Ant-Man. And then I'm just gonna go with my parry heavies as usual up to a special 3 and then drop it on him. That is the easiest way to go. So I'm actually just gonna let the music play out for this particular fight, and then we'll show you what mini action we had this war. All right, now we can move on to the minis. The first one is going to be this regen Lady Deathstrike. And the personal space regen. Initially, I was thinking possibly Magneto, but then I wanted to play it safe again with Knull here, and we're just going to go ahead and just use parry heavies, get a lot of Living Abyss going. We've got the, we can deal with the global with the slow from knocking Lady Deathstrike down. We can go ahead and actually use our specials, get that corruption, get the extra damage, and absolutely rip through Lady Deathstrike here. I didn't want to deal potential, like both the special 1 or special 2 aren't that bad to deal with here, but we get off a nice big special 2. I'm trying to stay away from Lady Deathstrike if I can. I don't want to get too close. The closer you are, the more regens there are, and the more regens you have, the more annoying it can be to deal with, just in general on this node. But here, we absolutely rip through this one. No problem. Knull is just absolutely tearing through champions, which I could see why he was banned in the second war. So that's, you know, there are lots of good champions now out here. But again, Knull, really, really, really good. There again, I got too close to Lady Deathstrike there, trying to finish it off. Didn't quite finish it, but then gave Lady Deathstrike too many regens there. So we have to back away, get those regens to fall off. Get a couple more parry heavies in. Waiting for that next bit of corruption. There it is. And we should be hitting hard enough here to finish it. So finish with a full yellow bar. So really happy with that fight. Then we go into the final boss circle. We've got Magneto for Maestro. If you've seen my channel in the past, when I see a Maestro, I throw Magneto at it. Here also this node has the extra potential falter on it, so we can ignore all of that because Maestro is a metal champion. So we are just going to parry heavy up to special 3. It is pretty straightforward. It's very similar to the future Ant-Man fight, just obviously with Maestro here. You know, I got clipped by the end of that special 1, but usually I'm pretty good at evading all parts of the special 1, and the special 2 is very easy to bait as well. So nothing too crazy here. I'm just sticking with the parry heavies, starting as I get closer to 3 bars of power, start to charge up my prowess. I'm up to 39 prowess now, and just keep charging that heavy build up to, you know, we'll get over 40 prowess there. there counter his special 2 with another heavy. And again, just taking it slow. We're up to 41 prowess. Going to bait out that special there because he does have reduced like power, like a less power per special. So just want to make sure he throws it. Drop it with 41 prowess. That's going to get us 29 bleeds. So we just have to watch out for the current special 2 that he's got going. But once those 29 bleeds expire, boom, down goes Maestro. Then I was going to take potentially the boss. Ended up being back up on the boss. Someone died to Shocker, so I'm going to go in and try and finish this one off with Knull. I did do some practices, like some duels. I didn't play as well as I would have hoped, so who knows if I would have even gotten the solo. But we tried here. The goal was to try and counter Shocker's heavies with my own heavies and start building up my Living Abyss and make sure the slow is on. So we just keep going ahead and throwing those heavy counters and trying to get maybe Shocker up to a special 2 if possible. And that's probably easier than the special 1. I end up countering with my own special 1 there. And I think I get stuck too far in the corner here, and I make a bad play there. I'm going to get hit, I think, again. Oh, no, instead of getting hit, I'm just going to try and get myself out of the corner. So that wasn't the smartest part there. So there's definitely some other stuff I have to worry about on this one. There, he's at his unblockable dash in. Not great, but that's fine. We get back into heavy countering his. We've got the corruption going. There is a sizable amount of damage going on here. He is melting away. I just have to stay away from the corner. So we're going to go ahead and use the striker with another heavy. He was absolutely melting away there with the Living Abyss and the corruption. Everything is working out great. Unfortunately there, I take a heavy to the face, and then I get a nice little intercept into another special 1 and finish it off. So maybe I would have gotten the solo. Who knows? Hopefully you enjoyed the war, guys. Another season started. See you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.